guys, well, we had another great night's sleep. So this is the second day of us camping at this Strumpshaw steam valley. I think what I'll do today is something a bit different. Rather than go and have a look at everything and spend a bit of time with them, I probably still will do that later, but this video is going to be a walk around the camp and a walk around the site, really, just to see what there is and what's going on. As you can see here, this section is what they call public camping. So obviously it's the public are camping here, and then just the section in front of us, the guys all camping there, that what they call exhibitors. So they could have anything from classic cars, motorbikes, tractors, army stuff, Land Rovers, you name it, and us around here. So you can see it's quite a big camping area. A lot of the tractors are already moved on and took them down to where they like to park up, but this is the camping area. Now, there's not really a great lot here, to be honest, unless you've got one of these super duper caravans with toilet showers. Obviously we haven't, and all there is a couple of portaloos which are way through there near those trees. But we're getting on alright. Depend what you like, really, but we know we're going to be roughing it when we come to these places. And see what, 3 days? Right, so let's go have a walk around the site and just see what there is to see. Obviously there's that tractor there, what we saw starting up yesterday. So we'll have a walk straight up from where we are, where you can see that steam or smoke coming. We'll go have a look what's going on up there. Down the end of the row where we're camping, which is down there, and you can see from here a lot of the campers. Also camped in various other places around this site, and immediately at the end is, over there is what they call the stationary engines. Some of them are now going to start getting them fired up, and along here we have what they call heavy haulage. So at the end of the row where we are, they've got some trucks and stuff. Some of the tractors are now moving into the place where they like to park them up. They all eventually take them down to the main arena and drive them around and talk about them. Got some more trucks over here. So when you come this time of day, you catch them all moving about, parking up, which is all good. Right, we'll walk over here now. So like I say, here is where all the stationary engines are getting set up. Some of them are getting them ready. Most of them are still covered up. There's still only 9:15 in the morning. Doesn't actually open until 10, I think. But just look how many tractors we've got here. Like I say, I'm not going to walk around them all, just showing you the site. We'll take a little walk down the middle of them and we'll head towards where they're doing the road works down the bottom. As you can see, there's quite a few tractors. Some of them leave them here overnight. They bring them here and they just park them here until their turn to go in the arena. But some of them like to take them back to where they're camping. So when you're just sitting there, there's always something to see. You'll be, I don't know, sitting there eating your tea, and then you'll hear a fud fud fud. And there's an old tractor coming by. So it's quite interesting, sort of people watching, and obviously all this old gear coming round. Right, down the bottom of this field is where they're doing the roadworks. We looked at all this stuff when we came here before, if you remember, where they got the dumpers, the brick crushers, the old crane, the road roller, and my favourite, the old jumping jacks. We see all them running before, didn't we? Might catch them going later on another video, but like I say, this one today is just to show what is actually here. And in this pen here is where they're sawing logs. So they've got an old saw and they'll be sawing up these trees into planks of wood, which you can see there. Look quite neat once they've done them, but it's all how they used to do it, really. That guy's getting his steam engine sorted out, ready for the day's work on the roadworks. And there's how far they done yesterday, with all the brick rubble all rolled down. It's quite interesting. You can stand here for ages and watch all this stuff. Right, so this is the top field, obviously where we're camping, and over here is where all campers like to come and get bacon rolls and stuff. Is quite cheap up this end compared with what it is down on the actual show ground. Right, so we'll leave this top area and head down towards the bottom to the main showground. Some more portaloos here. Trucks here, steam trucks. These guys are delivering all the coal to the engines. When we come down to this part, it's basically where all the steam engines are kept. It's great to see all the youngsters learning about them with their families. I guess as they grow up, they'll end up working on them as well, running them. Brilliant. So basically, the shower's not actually open yet, and they're all getting them fired up, ready for the day. When they take them in the arena, show them off. But obviously the public can walk along here and see all these. They love them, don't they? Look at them, giving them all a lovely polish, making them look the best. I don't know how much it costs to own something like this, but I think most of them are owned by either wealthy families or they've been passed down through the families for a few years. There's some lovely ones. So we walk across this little railway line. This is actually running for the kids to go on and the adults. And then it goes back to here, where we've got a lot of the model engines. There's a little model railways what kids can ride on. And they're like scaled down sizes of engines. Area where the public will come in down this alley into the actual show. And like I say, this is where all the model steam engines are kept. So we'll go back towards the show, back this way. There's plenty to see here, absolutely plenty. Plus we've got the old organs and stuff as well. Making my way back now to where the crossroads is. So this is the way the public can actually come in, walk past all these lovely engines along here. So we'll walk back to the crossroads and then we'll go back into where the actual show is. Crossroads now. Covers are coming off some of the engines. So to the right is where we were camping. So we come down to the left now. We'll go down onto the showground. this old bike. There's several of the bikes here which we can have a look at in a minute. So the first thing you see when you come through and head down onto the main ground is the old-fashioned fun fair. What you got? Dodgems, you got some side stalls, you got some electric swinging yachts. Now, as I said, I came down with the grandkids yesterday and we went on these. I didn't think they went that high by looking at them, but when you're actually sitting at the back in one of those, it does feel really high. It's quite good. Over the back on this side are where all the food stalls are. So obviously you've got peaches, you've got jacket potatoes, you've got Cornish pasties, you've got breakfast rolls, you just got everything. And then it's not open yet obviously is the bar or the beer tent. Just on the right there you got a coffee bar, and as we walk down there'll be some more eating places along there, but we'll carry on down the main road. Over the back there you got the waltzes, got a couple of kiddies rides over the back there. Remember them when I was a kid going on them cars when I was about 5. So lovely. And obviously once the public all start coming in and they get really busy. It did yesterday. Like I say, yesterday was really nice day, and it looks like it's going to be a lovely day today. A couple more traction engines up here, and as we're walking down here to the right is all the stalls. There's quite a few little stalls to have a look around. Got some modern stuff, and around the back you've got some really old ones with sells all like antiques, old tools, old bits of cars and stuff. There's something for everyone. I bought a couple of bits yesterday. I'll show you something I bought a bit later. So that's where all the old stores are. And over on this side it's another coffee bar. A lot of these vans also sell teas and coffees as well. There's a curry van. There's my favourite, hog roast. I had one of them yesterday, they were lovely. I might even have another one because I do like them. And then we got some bacon and burgers, and then some donuts. I absolutely love this time of day when everyone's getting ready for the day. It's like I say, it's just, especially when the weather's like this, it's a beautiful day. Some of the bikes coming down to go park up where they park up, which will be just on the left down here. Over to the right here is the main arena, where everyone's got their time to come in, show off their machinery. You also have some horses what come in and do a display, and there's also some other activities. There's some dog handling going on. There's always something going on in this actual arena, which you would probably know from last year when we did Strumpshaw. So there's some more stalls over the back there. Lovely, all bits and pieces. Like I say, I found something for George yesterday. I was going to make something, but I found something. So we'll see if that fits. If it does, then I'll leave it at that. Fast forward for a second. One thing I bought when we was at the steam rally, and that's this. It's a little gear knob. So we're now going to see if that will fit in George. Let me get a key. So what we're hoping is this will come off. Obviously this was me hose pipe fitting, because if you saw the first video when we actually brought the car I gave back the guy the gear stick, or gave back the kids the gear stick what their dad had on here. See, obviously had passed away, and I said I was either going to make something, but I ain't got round to it yet. Like I said before, it's so busy with other things, mainly the bus. I want to concentrate using the bus, because obviously we have fun with that going out. George was something an extra really, although I use him now and then. He's kind of on the back burner. Hopefully I'll get time to do things to him, but I'm still in two minds what to do with George. Anyway, let's see if this little knob will square on here. Not sure whether it will. There we go. That'll do, won't it? So I'm quite pleased with that. At least it's going to be a bit more pleasant on my hand for the time being. Whether I change it for something else at a later date, I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's what I bought. Let's get back to the steam rally. Then I'll leave it at that. Right then, so over to the left of this arena as we're walking down is a compound there where they've got the cars and motorcycles. So we'll take a walk over there. Walk into this part. Straight through is the actual museum, which we'll have a quick walk around in there. Straight down here is where the fire brigade have got their display. They've got some old fire engines and, like I say, some old machinery. That'll be super busy here later. You won't be able to just walk along in a straight line, because there'll be that many people, especially if the weather is anything like it was yesterday. That was crazy. Right, so as we walk into this area, on the left there's a station. They have a little train running around here for the kids, and obviously here is all the motorcycles. Like I say, I'm not going to actually go around and look at each motorcycle on this video. I've done that before, and there's probably absolutely hundreds of videos online or on YouTube of these bikes, people walking around and then showing them off and telling you all about them. I'm just today showing you what's actually here at this steam rally. There's a good food bikes, isn't there? Some interesting ones. Probably catch these later on during the day, riding about or maybe going around the arena. But like I say, I'm not here just to film them. On this particular video, it's just going to be walking around and seeing what there is. So there's some more stalls here. Buy bits and pieces, plants, food, and then this section is some old cars. Now, I've always said this place, they have a limited number of space for classic cars. I mean, places like Henham, you'll have hundreds, but here, because it's limited space, then we'll only get a selected few, but there's enough to look at. I do love this. I just like the condition of it. I'd like to just keep it like that myself and use it. Old Austin 7 Ruby. Be brilliant using that as a daily, wouldn't it? Right, we'll just have a walk down the motors. So as you can see, there's a good few motors here, and there's 2 or 3 moggies. I'd noticed there's a couple of moggies up on the campsite who were also in the ring yesterday when they went in, so some people don't actually come down here, they'll just come down when I share time and bring them in. Right, so we go back up here and we can head into the museum. Well, if we walk down this area here is where the actual museum is. Doesn't usually open until 10 o'clock. It's obviously not 10 o'clock yet, but the little cafe will be opening here for people to, don't know what light is going to be like in here. So here we go. You don't very often get to see it when it's all empty in here. So we go to the right. In here is where the craft stores are, and obviously the seating area where people like to sit, have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. These are the craft stores. Obviously they're only now setting up, but there's some food bits and pieces in here if you fancy it. And of course, because we're in the museum now, there is some old steam engines. What will be in here all the time. This place is actually open every Sunday, I believe, and bank holidays. But yet again, it's just nice to come in here when there's no one in it, because this will be absolutely heaving in about an hour's time. There's a couple of old cars in here. And then there's the old organ. And this will be played at various times of the day. So you can come and sit in these seats here and just relax, have a cup of tea, something to eat, and listen to the guy playing that lovely old organ. There's some old pieces of carousel, what they're restoring. Some more old steam engines. Some old Field Marshal tractors. Some more pieces of machinery here. Engines, pumps. There's some more craft stores up there. Some more horses up there, what they're slowly restoring. Then when we get up to this higher level, we've got some more big old pumps working. Cool, eh? Two or three tractors along the top there. Another big piece of machinery, I don't know what that is, some kind of pump I guess. Yeah, pumping engine. And this Ruston engine, I quite like seeing this fire up. They fire it up 2 or 3 times a day, and we will come later and see it fire up as we have done in previous years. That's quite a sight to see. It's a big old motor, isn't it? So we'll catch that later being fired up. That'll probably be in another video, to be honest. Back over this side of the museum is a ride. We went on this yesterday with the kids. It goes pretty quick. It's great fun. They restored that one a few years ago. There's another one in here that they're restoring, a carousel. The back there, look, with the lights on. 1898 was when that was first made, and they're obviously restoring it. I think what them horses are you see on the walls and stuff around here will all eventually be restored and painted up like that one what's actually on there now. And in here there's a few more art and craft stalls. At the back here is an old showman's carriage. You can actually go up and go inside that and have a look how that used to be inside, which is quite cool. And then there's some more old engines and machinery at the back here. Like I say, it's quite unusual to come here on a steam rally day and be able to walk around everything and actually have a quick look without being absolutely hundreds of people milling about. But probably in about an hour's time I'll be completely different. Right, let's go back outside again now. Behind me is a couple of Triumph stags I've just noticed, which I'll have a look at in a minute. Basically, I'm going to end this video here. This one is just going to be the walk around of the show, just so you can see what it's actually like to be on site before all the hustle bustle, and where you actually camp if you're thinking of coming here and camping the weekend. Like I say, the facilities are not shower blocks or anything, so you kind of rough it unless you've got one of these posh old vans where you've got your toilet and shower and everything inside. But other than that, I love it. So I'll end this video here and catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.